Hello, beautiful people. This is Dawn. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, I am a spiritual life coach and I share tips, tricks, techniques to help you on your spiritual path in your magic. Okay, so I wanted to talk about stress because stress can be very, very powerful and can overtake a person's life, reality, and your health. So I wanted to talk about it. In my Facebook group, Shadow Magic Witches, I asked the question, what do you struggle with the most? And a response was stress, and more specifically, stress with coworkers and having to go back to the office. And I totally understand that because I worked from home for 2 years, and then they said, we want everybody back in the office. Whether you need to be in the office or not, doesn't matter. We want you in the office because psychologically it's better for you. I don't know where they get that from. But anyway, so in the office I am, and I'm surrounded by coworkers. There's a lot of busyness, people walking around and talking, and just, it's annoying. It's annoying being around other people. So, but anyway, I wanted to talk about it because I think a lot of us deal with stress in general. So the first thing I want to talk about is stress and I'm just going to talk just a tiny bit. I know I get off tangents about menopause, but this is just a tiny little nugget that I want to talk to you about that also will help other people, whether you're in menopause or not. Okay, so menopause, when your estrogen drops because your ovaries are no longer producing the estrogen, and your body is learning to switch over to your adrenals to produce the estrogen your body needs. During that time, your estrogen can go low. Estrogen regulates cortisol. And so when your estrogen is low, when the cat is away, the mouse will play, right? So the cortisol goes off the rails. And what my naturopath told me is it cascades. It just kind of exponentially just keeps going. And you can reach adrenal fatigue. Okay, so the only thing I know personally to get it down is meditation. Cortisol will stay high, and there's no way to bring it down that I have been able to find that effectively brings it back down. I can tell you some things that will help. Now, no matter whether you're in menopause or not, doesn't matter. Cortisol is involved with stress. And if you don't take care of it, it will destroy your body. So cortisol and adrenaline, these are hormones, I think they are, that are released when you're under stress, when there's like a fight or flight situation. And many of us in our modern world, especially witches and empaths, people who are sensitive, they find they are receiving an overload of data, influence, energy, stuff coming from the environment that is just overwhelming because there's so much of it, and we're so sensitive that it's easy to be overwhelmed. Okay, that what I have found is meditation is key in bringing that cortisol down. So before menopause, I could get into a meditative state very quickly. Now it takes me a lot longer, but I get there and I make it happen. So just about every day I spend time breathing, and I use the Wim Hof breathing technique, WIMHOF. His first name is Wim, last name Hof. He also suggests or teaches to soak in an ice water bath, which I don't do. But I do take cold showers, and I have found a difference. Seriously, there is a big difference. Okay, so I recommend that. And then in my research, I found something about parasympathetic and the sympathetic system. Cold bath, shower can bring down that sympathetic system, which is the stress and the, you know, on alert all of the time. So you take a shower, cold shower, and it'll switch over to the parasympathetic. So it kind of cools you down. And it doesn't have to be cold, cold, cold. I do not go all the way cold. I can't stand the cold. I don't like the cold. It's hard enough for me to do this as it is. I get it cold enough to where when I'm doing that, then I know it's cold enough. And I do it and I stay in it. And I let it come down my neck, the front of my neck, and my front of my body for about 30 seconds. And then I'm done and I'm good. And it works. I get out of the shower. I'm not cold. I feel good. And then I meditate and I do the breathing and I relax my solar plexus, abdomen area. I really focus on relaxing that because I hold my stress there. You may hold your stress in your shoulders and your neck or in those places. Focus on the place where you hold that tension and give your body permission. Give yourself permission to relax. It's okay. We're safe. I'm at home. I'm not in the office. Nobody around. I feel calm. I feel safe. So relax and get your body to let go. Because what happens is you get into that constant state of stress. You get into the habit of always being tense. And your body needs that, okay, permission to relax. Nothing's going on here. We're all safe. Everything's fine. Relax. And you can even remind yourself at work. I mean, these are just co-workers. They're okay. They're not, you know, they're just doing their thing. Now, if you have somebody bothering you, which I have a feeling this person that spoke up and left this comment in the group, I have a feeling she has somebody who may be focusing attention, maybe toxic. I didn't get into it with her. I didn't get all the details. But if you have somebody who's bothering you, you can, what I have done in the past anyway, is set up a vibration for the office. That's what I've done with this house that I live in. It used to be very noisy, knocking, footsteps, all kinds of things, noises in this house. That's all stopped because I set up a vibration, and anything that does not match that vibration is not allowed in the house. So pranksters, shenanigans, and I have a feeling it was fairies, nature spirits. But I over the years I've been so stressed out because menopause. I couldn't handle having the shenanigans going on. So I set up this vibration to keep that out so I can relax. I don't have to worry about what are those footsteps upstairs. Is there somebody in the house? No, there's nobody in the house. Just the nature spirits playing with me. Okay. So if you have somebody bothering you, stressing you out, first make sure you are nurturing yourself. A lot of times that will take care of it. But if not, set up a vibration in your office space of love and peace and compassion, and anyone who wishes to do you harm, either consciously or unconsciously, needs to get out. They need to change. They cannot come near you with that energy. And it's just a matter of visualization. Fill the office space with this vibration. I've done this before. I got rid of a really bad manager who was terrible, you guys, terrible. We needed him to sign off on some POs and work orders and stuff like that, and they would sit on his desk forever because he just didn't care. He didn't give a flying flip. And then we had a supervisor who wasn't over me, but as soon as he was made supervisor, I swear to God, his head blew up like 5 times. I seriously, literally, he walked around with his nose in the air. Literally, he started doing that once he became supervisor. It was weird. It was bad. Nobody liked him because he was an ass. And he's gone now. And I have a feeling I had a part in it. I can't take all the credit. 1, I can't prove it. 2, there are other people who couldn't stand him and was pushing to get him out too. So I think I had a hand in it. But from then on out, people coming into this office have been really good. And so that really helps in the stress. I'll give you another tip for stress is to make things easier. So get up a little bit earlier, so that you don't have to rush. This is something that I did. I would get my clothes out, get my anything that I need to take with me and get together in the morning. I got it together in the evening if I could, so that in the morning I didn't have to rush. So I could take my time and get my stuff together and not have to push myself and get all frustrated and stressed out. So think of things in terms of what is the easiest way to do this to be a stress relief for me. So if I've got to, here's another thing. I was buying lettuce that was heads, like romaine heads of lettuce. And then I'd bring it home and then I'd spend about an hour cleaning the damn things and making salads. Well, that just stressed me out. I was exhausted. So I started buying the lettuce that's already chopped up and cleaned and everything, and they're in bags. And that made a world of difference. Yes, it costs a little bit more, but it was worth it, you guys. It was so worth it. It was so much easier and faster to make salads. So think of things like that you could cut out the excess work to make things easier and smoother. That helps to relieve the stress as well. I am a stress eater. So I think of things that I can quickly and easily grab and eat that are healthy, and try to focus on those things. Little baby carrots are great. Apples, I love apples. We've got a bunch of apples from our tree. So I reach and grab for those. As soon as I get in the house from work, I am starving like crazy. So I will grab an apple or I will grab some cheese, rather than the other bad stuff, okay? Something else that I noticed that helped me with stress is, believe it or not, probiotics. I've talked about probiotics before. I get mine from Walmart. I think it's Nature's Bounty. It's only, sometimes it's like $13, sometimes it's $14. So the price has been fluctuating. But I take one in the morning and one in the evening, and it seems to work really well in reducing cravings and in making me feel more relaxed. So there's that. Your colon, your intestines have a lot to say in your ability to relax and feel good, okay? So clean that up, take care of it, take care of your body will take care of you. So that's pretty much it. I would also recommend including with nurturing your own emotional needs, which comes from you. You can also spend time meditating with either a deity or a god or a goddess. If you feel more comfortable with a goddess, then meditate and be with that goddess. Like nurturing your own emotional needs is coming from your higher self, but it can come from a goddess or a god. If you feel, like I did not grow up with my father, so I tend to gravitate towards the gods if I use any deities, which I usually don't. But if I did, it's on a rare occasion. I do gravitate towards the male deities. I think it has something to do with not having a father. So, but anyway, those are some things to try out. Hopefully they will help you. And please be careful with the sugar. Sugar, if you know anything about ADHD, you give a kid with ADHD sugar, they're bouncing off the walls, and they're angry. There's a negative effect that sugar has on the body when it comes to stress. So be careful with that. Fats, good healthy fats can help calm you down as well. So there's that. Oh, I forgot. Adaptogens. Adaptogens are like ashwagandha, rhodiola, ginseng. These are all, they will give you energy without the jitters. Like coffee can give you jitters. But this gives you energy and makes you feel calm. Adaptogens the reason why they're named adaptogens is because it helps you to adapt to stress or adapt what's going on to in your environment. Okay, so hopefully those will help. Those things that I've mentioned will help you. Please let me know if you've tried any of these things and what techniques you use to help de-stress. Soaking in a hot tub, who doesn't love that, right? Okay, thank you so much for watching, and do something today that brings you joy and makes you feel good. I love you all, and until next time, blessed be.